Hi, this is Dr. Deborah Zucker, and welcome back to our second video in the Personal Sustainability module. This video is all about the transformative journey of health, and you probably got a bit of a taste in our first video together, just how the orientation that I'm holding and introducing to you around personal sustainability really necessitates a shifting of our ground of health to one rooted in the innate wisdom and guidance of life itself. And that I'm holding both this module, the learning in this module, as well as health itself as a deep transformative journey, reprogramming of how we're consciously choosing to focus, prioritize, and invest our life energy. And with this transformation comes an embodiment of a new guidance system that puts our own self-care and personal sustainability at the center of our relationship with life, with our movement in life, day to day, moment to moment. And so no longer is our health treated as something separate from our spiritual practices and our personal development. And I want to emphasize this point a bit more because I've seen this split that's so prevalent where those of us, who are consciously transforming, we're consciously working on our own development, and we're invested in our spiritual practices and communities, and we bring a lot of awareness to how we're moving through life, that there's still this split, this really prevalent split where health has been separated out from the rest of that journey. And health is still related to, as we explored in the first video, as a checklist, that managerial kind of orientation, and, an orientation still around medical diagnoses and protocols and prescriptions, and the invitation, that I'm bringing in this learning module is that health actually becomes integrated right into the center of all of that, so that we realize a deeper level of integration, wholeness, and conscious embodiment in our transformation, where health is no longer separated out from the rest of our personal development and our spiritual evolution in life. And so, I'm emphasizing this realm of transformation a lot. And the reason I'm doing so is that what I've seen is that when we're able to step back and objectify the process that we're in and be introduced to and guided on a pathway forward, that it brings so much more ease and gentleness and loving compassion for ourselves in the transformation that we're engaging in. And so I'm just going to do that a little bit more here. And this introduction to these different stages of transformation is both, at the level of what's happening in this module for you, why I've designed it in the way that I have, but also as a way for you to witness the larger transformation at play in terms of how you may open to and integrate and move in your daily life with what we're engaging with here together in this learning. And so there's many modules of transformation out there. Some of the ones that you may have heard of are the hero's journey, or a vision quest, or Otto Scharmer's U process. And what I've done here is just kind of pulled out some of the key components of the different stages that tend to overlap in all the different models of transformation. So the first stage is really about coming to see our current terrain with clear, discerning eyes. And this is what we did in the last video and in your self-assessment process. And from that place of being able to see with clear eyes, we can consciously choose to let it all go. And in a sense, to let go of who we've been, to let that die away, to sever that opens us up to really be available for stage 2, which is about opening to the new terrain in a place of not knowing. So it takes that letting go and that letting die process to allow ourselves to really open fully, to receive and explore and experience this new territory that we haven't known before. And in this second stage, we're in transition. We're in transition from one form to the next. And it's kind of this feeling of that liminal space where we're not who we were, yet we're not quite sure yet who we're becoming. And there can be a lot of disorientation in it, even as there's a lot of expansive openings that happen as well. And in the third stage, we return to ground and embody and incorporate our transformation into our day-to-day life. So this is really the rebirthing, but the rebirthing in actuality, where it's about how we incorporate, how we integrate all that we've seen and come to experience as possible in our day-to-day grounded reality. And so in this video, we're transitioning into the new territory. Last video was about the first stage, coming to know the current terrain. And the opportunity now is to consciously choose to let go of what hasn't been serving you in that, to let die what's not sustainable in that orientation, and to make yourself available to open as fully as you can to receive and source a whole new way of moving through life, to taste it, to get a sense of what's possible that you might not have ever gotten an experience of before. And the easiest way that I can introduce you to this new territory is to guide you in a meditation, so that you have a felt, embodied experience of what I've been pointing towards. So here's another opportunity as we're entering into this guided meditation for you to choose to give your full presence to this process, to really open with curiosity, to drop whatever distractions may be there, any preconceived ideas or notions of what you will or won't get out of this, and open to receive. So if you need to pause the video here to bring yourself into that state, please do. And if you're ready, you can bring yourself into a comfortable position and close your eyes. And start by inviting yourself home into your body. And noticing, where does your awareness go with that invitation to come home to your body? And allowing yourself to do a quick scan of all the different sensations that are there in your physical self, and noticing your emotional quality in this moment, the thoughts that may be running through your awareness. And taking in your physical space that you're sitting in as in a felt sense. And as you feel yourself arriving home just a little bit more into your body right now, see if you can let your awareness expand beyond your body. Taking in again the space that you're currently in. Moving out in all the different directions around your body, in front of you, behind you, to the right, to the left. And slowly just experimenting with how far out your awareness can go. So seeing if it can move outside of the room or space you're in, out into the town or landscape that you find yourself in. Seeing if you can pop out further still. To the region of the country that you find yourself in, and perhaps to the whole country. And play with it. See if there's any boundary to how far you can go. Perhaps being able to allow your awareness to expand, to take in this whole planet that we're on. And perhaps beyond. Letting go into that consciousness. And feeling that expansiveness. The consciousness that extends so far from this body that you are. And now slowly, ever so slowly, invite your consciousness to come back, to fully inhabit this body. And as you're arriving home in this body this time, I'd like you to imagine that you're arriving home for the first time. Your consciousness, this transcendent consciousness, is inhabiting this body for the first time. And with curiosity, explore what that feels like. Can you feel the subtle pulsation of your heartbeat and how that pulsation extends to all your extremities? And can you feel your breath? How there's this rhythm of life infusing you, filling you. And can you touch into an even more subtle pulsation, the pulsation of life itself that permeates every aspect of this physical body that you're inhabiting? Subtle, subtle sensations that are arising that let you know that you're alive. And to feel that from the place of having newly arrived, as if you're reborn in this moment, in this body. And to recognize the miracle of being conscious in a body, that transcendent consciousness, that expansive consciousness, is now solely focused and being filtered through this particular body and being. Feeling life filling you. And this incredible mystery and miracle of what it is to be alive and in a body. To actually be in full presence to that in this moment. That this life energy that's infusing this body is the same life energy that's infusing all of life. And this transcendent and expansive consciousness that's infusing this particular body, that is being filtered through your unique perspective and lens, is also the same consciousness that's filling and infusing all of life. And to feel that, to know that, to be consciously in touch with that in this moment. And so when you're ready, you can open your eyes and transition to your journal. And take a few minutes first to reflect and journal on what arose for you in this guided meditation experience. And when you feel complete with that, I'd like you to answer these two questions. As you bring attention to and awaken more fully to the gift and miracle of being alive in your body and being, what, if anything, is evoked for you? What priorities or responsibilities might arise for you in this recognition? All right, well, that completes this second video, and I'll see you in the next one, where we'll explore the 8 ingredients of personal sustainability.